Hey y'all, welcome to the Nicola J YouTube channel. My name is Alviana. I am the creator and owner of Nicola J, and today I wanted to take the time to talk to you guys about how to set up the perfect vendor table for your candle business. Here at Nicola J, we like to talk about all things candle making, owning a business, being a creative, things that helped me as a business owner personally. I don't know everything, but I like to create a community where we can help each other and uplift each other because owning a business can be hard. So yeah, if you want to join this community, subscribe down below, leave a comment if you have any other tips that will help us with our vendor tables. And without further ado, let's get into it. So when it comes to your table, first impressions are everything. You want to make sure that on your table, when they first see it, you have some sort of branding. They can see what you got going on, because it'll kind of help them decide if they want to come over and check out what you have or not. If they kind of have to like investigate, they usually kind of shy away from that. So if you can get maybe like a table runner and have a nice tablecloth that's clean, pressed, and able to kind of give a good first impression. Also, in addition to having like a table runner, when it comes to branding, you can have like a little, I forgot what those are called, but the like posters that you pull up, and it'll have like the information that you have, like whether you want to tell a story, maybe the benefits of the product that you're selling, like candles, like the burn time, and things like that, just to really give customers the sense of who you are before they even smell anything. So once you kind of have that initial like clean, professional setup, easily visible branding, you can from there figure out how you're going to display your candles. I personally have like this spice rack from Target, thinking real budget friendly. So it's like kind of like a riser where you can put the candles on there. There's plenty of stuff on Amazon. I used to use clear risers from Amazon. There's Etsy. There's so many places that you can like find stuff that'll help display your product. Visually, it's nice to have like something that has height to it. So then your customers don't have to look down. They can look up, or they can like just look, eye level. That way, it's even more enticing to the customer. And I have to work on that personally. I need something that's a little taller, but starting off, you can just have a riser, but when you really want to expand, you can get something that's a little taller, maybe even like shelving, maybe even something on the side of the table. Some vendor places do allow you to do that, some event coordinators. So just ask and see if you can do that. You also want to have a way to organize the candles. I personally organize mine by like the height of them and the size of them. So the bigger candles are in the back, and then it goes smaller until you get to like the minis or the room sprays. So if you want to do it by scent, you could do that. By collection, you could totally do that as well. Just something that's visually appealing and can catch someone's eye. I would think about that. And of course, when it comes to setting up and where you want to put things, how you want to display things, definitely test it. When I did my first ever pop-up, I had my table out in the garage, and I was just like, okay, this is how this is going to look, like this and this. Oh wait, I don't like that. Let me move that. Just kind of playing around with visuals, and then asking my family members what they thought of it. Getting people's feedback is nice too, because you can see what maybe someone else will think and what brings them to your table. Next, I wanted to talk about a couple of key items to have on your table outside of like the display items. You want to have a way for people to connect with you. By having a QR code that will take them to like a website or like a link tree, you'll be able to kind of funnel people from not just being a physical customer, but being someone who will keep up with you online. I know that I learned this from another vendor when I was at an event. Being able to like be like, hey, follow my Instagram, I'll give you 5-10% off of your order. That helps, so then it's not just that one-time physical purchase. They could maybe buy something online, or they can see your next event online and then go to that one. Definitely think about that. I think the ones that are so cute is like the little wooden display that has the QR codes to like the Instagram, the Twitter, the whatever you're trying to promote. And then that's an easy way for them to go straight to your page without having to search you up, and then it's an easy follow. Also, I totally recommend business cards, because people still do like the physical business card in their hand to be able to take with them. I usually pop them in a bag when I make a sale. And speaking of, you also want to have a shopping bag on the go ready to give to people. You could put like little tissue gift paper in there if you wanted to. Just something pretty. And if it's logo, like I had bought a stamp from Staples. I wish I had it with me, but it's not around. So a little stamp from Staples that has my logo, and I just stamp it on the bag, and then bam, it adds a little umph to it that gives that sort of branding. And then when people walk around, like, oh, where'd you get that from? It's Nicole Lejay right here. So that's so fire. And if you can do that, I would say totally do it. There's a lot to talk about in this part of the video, but I definitely think if you can, try to get an email list, because people stress that to me so much, that emails are like still, like they're still in, they're not dead. You have to be able to have a way to connect with your audience that's outside of social media platforms. And social media is so volatile, it changes a lot. Having those emails, those will never change. So that's another thing to consider. And totally, if you're even like, especially for the people that sell room sprays, because I sell wax melts, I sell candles, and I sell room sprays. Having testers is fire. So I usually let people smell the candles if you don't want people touching all of the products, because they definitely will if you let them. Then have like some sitting in the front to display. Be like, okay, you can smell these. If you want to buy one, then I'll give it to you, but don't touch like these. But in a nice way, of course. But for the room sprays especially, I have testers. So then if someone wants to spray it, instead of actually spraying the product, be like, okay, here's a tester here. You can spray it and then see how you like it and stuff before you buy it. That's a really good thing to have. So testers, and maybe even samples if you want to really spread your like product and your services around, like having some sort of sample for them to hold on to, even if they don't purchase something. Of course, when it comes to your products, make sure that they are clean, like they don't look super crazy, unless you're going to do like a little cute, if you're going to do a huge discount, then maybe. Because for me especially, I've been thinking about this. If the candle is good, like the candle is fine, there isn't anything wrong with the candle itself, but let's say maybe a label looks a little funky, maybe I can do a discount on that and it won't really affect it won't really affect my brand. And in fact, I can make money, because sometimes I do mess up the labels, and you guys know ways to put on labels like consistently well. Let me know, please. I've been thinking about that too, like maybe doing that, like kind of like a discount sale, like a clearance rack, like all these big stores do. Maybe that can be a good thing, and that's maybe an idea that you can think about too. But yeah, making sure everything looks clean as much as you can, in place. This is the time to kind of be meticulous with it, but don't be a perfectionist, because then nothing will get done. I know that from experience. Don't be afraid to have everything on display. I really see vendor events as a way to kind of showcase everything you have to offer. So even if you have like the wax melts that maybe they don't sell the best, there's going to be that one person that's like, oh dang, I wish you had a wax melt. So if you have them made already, just put them in your display. And it honestly makes my table look a lot prettier. Now let's go to one of the most important parts of a vendor table, a vendor experience, just being a candle vendor. And that is how you treat people. People will definitely remember how you make them feel. So I always say have something ready to say when they approach the table, because sometimes they'll just like, look around and then they'll be like, okay. Especially if you don't interact with them, they'll just walk away. So just being like, hi, how are you? If you feel compelled to give a compliment, give a compliment. Just kind of build a rapport with them right off the bat when they approach your table. Sometimes I don't like to pressure people, and if you're like me, kind of, I don't want to say social anxiety, but just a little nervous to like bother people. I usually wait for us to make eye contact. And then if they seem interested, then you go for it. Like, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but once you see it, you see it. Like, let's say I'm like walking to the table. If I'm like, don't talk to me, you'll notice that I'm like, don't talk to me. But if I like walk up to your table and I'm looking at the table and looking at you like, oh, what's this? Like, then you know that they're interested and that you can give I like to call it a spiel. So leading to that spiel, you want to be able to have something to say to customers when they come up to you. So for example, if someone comes up to me, I'm like, hi, this is Nicole Lejay. My name's Alviana. I sell candles, wax melts, and room sprays. You're more than welcome to smell anything if you'd like. And then if you have any questions, let me know. I release new scents every season. And that's an example of something that I can just say off the top of my head. I practiced it a lot. And then also maybe starting a conversation like, oh, what smells do you like? Like, is there something that you gravitate towards? Or, you know, things like that. Oh, which packaging looks the best? This is such a great way to get insight on how people feel about your products, especially if you are kind of like me, you're doing it on your own. You might get some input from family members, but people who are actually wanting to buy your product, you get to see like, oh, I really like the label of this one. Oh, I really like this scent note. Maybe you can make a candle about this one. It is so nice to be able to ask those questions and get some feedback and kind of see what you can work on next for your business. Also, outside of that, just being warm to people and inviting, like I'm always smiling though in general, but I'll smile and say, hi, how are you? And like, you know, just really be welcoming. And that really makes an impact on people, because people can buy candles from anywhere. They can buy candles from Bath and Body Works if they wanted to for cheaper, but it's just supporting a small business and just really trying to help someone win. That really happens when you are able to connect with that person, especially if you have a scent that they love and they just like love you as a person. Like, people tell me all the time, keep going, and it's like the sweetest thing. So just being warm and nice to people. Someone even came to my event, because I had an event, right? And then someone came to another event, had their boyfriend come grab a candle for them. And it was like, oh yeah, my girlfriend told me to come to this event to get this specific candle. It's actually Daydream. It's on my website if you want to buy it. But it was such a sweet thing. And I feel like those connections you make with people are like, oh, I saw you at this event last year. And they're like, yep, I'm here to buy another candle. It's just so nice. And it's a really good way to connect with your local community, because those will be the ones that really support. I've been yapping a lot, but this is my first video back. We're getting into the groove of everything and getting back to this channel, because this channel is so fire and I love being a business owner, and like just hearing from other businesses is just amazing. So I'm super thankful for you guys being on this journey with me. And if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below any other vendor tips you have. This is a community where we're helping each other. You might teach me something that I don't know. So thank you guys so much. Follow Nicola J on social medias. Go to the website if you want, buy a candle. That would be very nice of you. And I think that's it. See you guys next time. Bye.